What up, y'all? The Knight of Green bringing you a For Honor video. Instead of doing something sensible like chatting with my family and friends, or reflecting on life as a whole, I've decided to become the embodiment of the character Warden in For Honor, in order to stave off the incredulous amount of boredom during the quarantine process. In this video, I will detail the steps that you need to take in order to become a master warden, both inside the game and in real life. Step number 1. Understand your warden sona. For me, my warden identity is a pretty plain sort of guy. Nothing too spectacular, and it's kind of generic to be honest. I don't like the fantasy aspects, and I want to look as historically accurate as I can, hence why I have a functioning chest plate. I also like to go for the whole Crusader look, since one of my favorite games of all time is Medieval 2 Total War and its Crusaders expansion pack. I really designed my character to be based on an ideal version of myself, I guess, which is, in my mind, someone who is a master longsword duelist. If you are having trouble with this step, a good way to help identify your warden identity is to immerse yourself by doing basic warden activities until you are able to pinpoint your sense of belonging to a warden type. Step number 2. Familiarize yourself with your tools. Your most important tool as a warden main is your shoulder. While you may think that you should prioritize using the reach of a longsword in battle, believe it or not, your shoulder has extensively more range than your sword. Also, despite being a simplistic shoulder bash, you can actually mix up the timing of it to catch people off guard, and depending on factors such as charge time or wall splats, you can land huge amounts of damage if the opponent reacts poorly to your options. The vortex was feared for a reason, and being proficient in it will make you a menace on the battlefield. In order to practice this in real life, first master performing the lunging shoulder strike in the air. After you have accomplished this, practice shoulder checking objects around your house to build up muscle memory and to fortify your core abilities. This is the most essential part about being a warden, and failure to maintain your training regimen would be a disgrace to all warden kind. The next very important tool you have is your top light attack opener. It acts as a crushing counter where you are able to defend yourself while attacking your opponent at the same time through a technique called half swording. Honestly, this is the most hematastic move in your arsenal, so if you have a liking for that type of martial arts, then this will please you. Try throwing this attack after feigning a top heavy in order to bait out a response from your opponent. To practice this in real life, just pretend that someone is attacking you or actually have someone try to hit you. Be mindful that in real life, when you're doing a technique like this, that it will not work as smoothly as it appears in the game, since if you are fighting an advanced swordsman, then they should be able to counter this pretty easily by stepping away from the attack. The last of the important tools that you need to be aware of is your spinning attacks. These include your zone and your finisher heavies. As we all know, spinning when you attack looks cool, and you are able to generate much more power this way when you do these types of attacks. Good thing is, you will get hit a lot by your opponent, meaning that you will generate a lot of revenge in group fights, so you can continue to spam more spinning attacks. In real life, you can practice these techniques by spinning around until you get dizzy. Doing it enough times will allow your body to grow accustomed to the nauseous feeling. However, I would not recommend using these techniques in duels, as you will not get revenge when you get punished for spinning around all over the place. If you are being ganked though, this may be a viable defense mechanism to stave off your attackers. Step number 3. Know your limits. First off, as a longswordman, you are not allowed to use a shield. Only Black the Edge Prior and Showboating Trident Man are allowed to use shields as knights. You may think that a shield will help protect you against arrows and such, but always remember, your shoulder will carry you through to the end. Secondly, while you may have some moves that are inspired by real-life martial arts, you are not allowed to do the following unless it is a part of an execution. You are not allowed to do murder strokes, aka mordhaus, and you are not allowed to thrust with your longsword. Again, refer back to your shoulder. It is both your source of blunt force trauma as well as your range, so the above aforementioned attacks are obsolete and should be avoided at all costs. Step number 4. Purge anything Japanese from your soul. This part was the hardest for me due to my close proximity to a ninja friend who abandoned me in my time of crisis and my Japanese media fanaticizing wife and sons. I have slowly had my essence corrupted by these negative influences. In order to embrace what it truly means to be a warden, you must discard all of these distractions in your life to unlock your true potential as an unwavering Nightmane. Long live the Warden, the swordman. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, comment below and I'll see what I can do. But anyway, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Bye.